We are back for what I'm hoping is the final day on this project, guys. Let's get her wrapped up. All right, guys, here's kind of the plan for this morning. I don't know if you can see first thing. I actually had a little low spot over there in the yard, right down in there. I packed a few buckets of dirt in. Max actually just gonna go down there with the hand rake and rake it out. I think I'm gonna make more of a mess with the ruckus rake than I'm going to fix. So basically what we're gonna, hey, good morning.
Good morning.
You lost?
Oh, you're breaking crap.
You weren't supposed to mention that part. We may have a little hydraulic hose issue on the old 4-in-1 bucket.
Now when you do it again, there's your cushion rinse, all right?
Did you ever figure out what happened?
I ain't worried about what happened. It's fixed. Now let's go on to the next thing. But I do need your help.
I did quit before I ripped it completely in two.
You were really,
I was close.
really close there, bud.
So I was just telling them how you're going to rake out that over there. I'm debating on whether I need to take the ruckus rake on this slope. What do you think?
I don't know if I'd loosen it up. We're calling for rain Friday and Saturday, and if you loosen it up, it's just going to wash it off.
I know, but it looks so much prettier.
I agree. It would look prettier. Sometimes pretty ain't everything.
You think just leave it? Seed and straw it?
Yeah, seed and straw it.
All right, well, with that being said, I'm going to start getting this this prep back here. I don't know for sure. I think I mentioned it before. They're going to do some sort of retaining wall in here, around here. They want to protect that tree, so that's why we kind of held the dirt back from that. Just to the base of that one, I think he's still good. I'm going to get this back area ran out, and we'll get her done. All right, I'm going to hit this thing one time this way. Come back and get her the other way. Watch out there, tree. Other than that, man, I think that was just an unbelievably good job. This rake works real quick. This right here makes the drum spin forward. This right here makes the drum spin backwards. If I want to tilt it, I gotta hold this button down. See if I can do this, you guys see. Hold this button down and then move this lever over here back and forth again by the thumb. You see me over here? And if I want to angle it, do the same thing with this one. What I wish I had the option of is to make it tilt or angle. The drum has to stop spinning. I believe they've got an updated valve on it now to where you can adjust on the fly. But I wish it had float option. If you guys see right there where I come across level and I turn and back down this hill, there's no way to do that smoothly other than stop and making minute adjustments. So you do kind of get the hang of it over a while, but if that had float, man, you could just kind of go right on around there and it should be just as slick as could be. I have taken that top pin out before and just let it float. It don't work horrible. So anyways, Let's keep rolling. Got all that up there pretty good. That looks pretty sharp. Pad looks pretty good. I'm gonna get this back slope here real quick. I think this section will be done. We'll move up on the hill. All right, you guys can maybe see Matt over at the top of the screen. We got everything behind the barn there. Fire raked out. It looks turned out pretty nice. I'm gonna start working on this hillside here. What I'm doing is Matt hit this one time yesterday. Matt's pass is mostly just to get everything dried up. He didn't really level anything up. So I'm gonna go across and hit this kind of at a diagonal angle. And then I'm gonna come back and hit it a long ways. That final pass I'm gonna make, what I wanna do is kind of go in the direction they're most likely gonna mow it. So that way if we leave a little rut or a little indentation from a soft spot, it's the tractor's kind of going along with it when he mows instead of across it. This pass here is just kind of to get everything broke up, get some of the debris out, and level up a little bit. Then the pass coming the other way will kind of be our finishing pass. Keep just a little bit of pressure down on those front wheels, kind of keep all the pins in the boom tight. That really kind of allows that thing to float across there and kind of fill in any low spots, take out any indentions. The biggest issue with that, as you guys can maybe see off to the left right there, if the ground's a little bit soft, these ruts will, tires will leave a little bit of a rut. I'm assuming
it's gonna take a while.
You're saying it looks good since you're already spreading your ice seed on it.
Yeah.
Everybody's probably wondering right now, how come you don't have the fancy little spreader that goes on the back of the tractor?
Because you decided that we were gonna walk and spread.
Look,
like
we are walking. I am walking with you.
That's surprising. That didn't last very long.
So we were going to bring the seeder in here, but we were kind of running out of trailer space. And,
kind of.
we were out of trailer space. Other than this hillside, everything we got to do is just small little patchy areas. So Matt volunteered just to sling some seed for us here today. It's awful nice of you. That stuff's almost like slinging gold anymore either.
Oh yeah, $129.
$129 a bag.
50 pounds, baby.
It's crazy.
Half, 3/4, a little more. Okay.
Bag up there. All right, Matt's still spreading the seed out. It isn't ideal, but got some straw loaded in there. We're gonna go ahead and see if we can get started on blowing some of this out. We're waiting on him to finish seeding. Just requires a few extra trips on and off the tractor. much easier with 2 people.
Oh, really? I'm glad you get to sit there and drive.
Well, unfortunately, guys, Matt had to leave me, but we did end up getting all the straw blow. Man, it looks really nice. The last step we got to do is we need to go through and crimp it. And for you guys that don't know why we crimp it, whenever you blow this straw like this, if you look too hard, you need to see the wind's picking it up and carrying it off. So what this thing does, it's got these knives on the back, goes back and kind of stands that straw up on edge, and it kind of crimps it and pushes it right down there in the thing. I don't know if you guys can see the difference between here and there. Here's a good example of it right here. Just kind of sticks it right there in the ground, keeps it from blowing around. The other thing it does, if you go across the hillside, it'll kind of put some little ridges in there, and it'll kind of help slow that water down as it comes down the hill. So nothing exciting to see here. Let me get this crimped out, and then we're going to go up on the front of the driveway and finish that up. There it is, guys. We're going to call this back here done. They're actually calling for a little bit of rain tomorrow afternoon, so this will be absolutely perfect. It is seeded and strawed. Looks good. All the drainage looks good. I like it. Let's head out to the end of the driveway and see what we need to do to get cleaned up out there. All right, back down here on the other side. I'll get out here and give you a little better idea of what we're doing here in a minute, but basically trying to get to the edge of these driveways where we can seed and straw them. Keep in mind we hold all that dirt in here. That dirt that's on the side of the driveways right here is not very good dirt. It won't grow much grass. Now we got this rock in here. I'll pack a little bit up and over. Kind of finish that slope off and get some decent dirt on that, so it'll grow some grass. Hoping I get the power rake down through there and run it, but that may be wishful thinking. It's gonna be a little time. We'll see. Well, as you guys probably guessed, this is not how we wanted to end the day. And lovely Kubota engineering has struck again. Whole new problem this time. Somewhere way up in there, this fuel line right here decided just to absolutely start puking fuel. I'm talking just dumping fuel. And fuel's too expensive to be leaking right now. I think that little spring clamp on the end of it was loose, or the end of the hose got wore. It was coming out of there. I could probably cut the end of this hose off and just put it back on. But this rubber hose goes up, loops around the fuel rail, and comes back and makes a 90 and go in there. So it's just constantly working on it. Not a very good design or plan whatsoever. And then on top of that, it's just, yeah, you're not even gonna, it'd take three mirrors and a double jointed elbow to even show you guys where that thing goes. So since I went ahead and got these fuel lines off, it's late, it's the end of the day, I'm gonna run down, get some new fuel hoses, get some different clamps put on the end of this, and let that thing cool off a little bit, because I burned the crap in my arm getting it out of there. Couldn't record it because I was cussing too much. And we're gonna try this all over again tomorrow. So we got like 3 or 4 hours in the morning to get this finished up before the rain hits. You better behave. Let's go find some fuel hose. I'll see you guys in the morning. Well guys, we are back. It is the next day. You're gonna find this hard to believe, but the Kubota did not fix itself overnight. Me and Matt have been tinkering on it this morning. We did get the rubber hoses replaced. I believe we got the major fuel leak fixed, but there seems to be another small secondary one. Matt actually went to run after a couple. Need some stubby wrenches I ain't got on the truck. I'm trying to stay away from that thing because I'm really frustrated with it this morning. So let's talk about more positive things. Captain Kleeman's actually up there doing another little small job that got added on. That'll be on his channel. The last things we got to do, I talked about yesterday, is just get this driveway finished up and we can get out of here. I took the excavator this morning while I was waiting on Matt, kind of pulled this corner back so we can blend it in, generated some dirt so we can finish doing what we're doing yesterday. I believe that pile of riprap is going to be extra. We don't need it, so I think we're going to get it loaded in the truck so we can get it out of here. We were originally going to use it back here behind the barn on that ditch, but after we put that concrete stuff in there, we just didn't need that much riprap. So I'm gonna mosey on down here. We're gonna take the excavator, get that loaded up, that way we can take the dozer and kind of schmooze this all together. One thing nice about having a blade on here, you load out of a pile like this, you can just kind of pull right up to it. Keep from making any bigger of a mess than what you need to. Riprap's always fun to work with anyways. I don't want to get too much in the buckets. I don't want to be picking it out of the road here in a little bit. I keep that bucket flat as you come into the pile. Once you get underneath it, you're going to start raising up a little bit. It comes up pretty close. Not too bad, a little cleanup job there for just using the excavator in the bottom of the bucket. Got a few random ones down in there. We'll just throw those in by hand. Call this good. I dropped 3 over here. Don't tell nobody. Maybe 4, maybe 5. We'll blame one of these on Matt somehow. Guess it'd make more sense. Probably just throw it up in the truck. All right, get this cleaned up and move on to the next thing. All right, now that we're loaded, let's get this truck pulled up out of the way. Whew, what a morning. We got rain coming in sometime this afternoon or late this evening, and we need to get this done. And the Kubota cooperate. What do you guys think? Can we back up to the trailer and hit it first try? Watch out, I'm gonna hit my pickup truck over here on the air side. Easy now. I'm in below, first try. Can't see, my mirror's vibrating too bad. Come on, baby. I think we missed. We'll find out. Can't tell, I'm at a little bit of an angle. Yeah, swing and a miss. Close enough, that'll work. Did we get it?
I think so.
I'm gonna attempt to get back in there, show you guys where it was leaking at. Oh, that's the throttle pedal. Got two different fuel leaks. One of them was this rubber hose laid out in there, and the other was a number 4 ejector line back there. Let me tell you, remember back in the day whenever Mama said if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Kubota right now. But I think we got it. I think we got it. So I'm gonna let Matt get all our tools put away, get the lid put down on this.
Where do you want the customs?
The customs?
Yeah.
It still drew blood, but it did work. Oh, all right, I'm over this thing. I'm over it. Over it with a capital O. Well, the good news is I don't see a fuel puddle where you were just parked and idling.
Not looking like it's bad anymore.
Back to work. All right, Matt's up and rolling. Skid steer seems to be doing pretty good. He's gonna finish up what I was doing yesterday whenever I broke down as far as packing the rest of that dirt up and over. I got a little bit piled up here while I was waiting on him. I'm gonna take the dozer and we can start doing the other side of the road with the dozer pretty easy, I believe. Let's get this done. There you got a copy. Look at your dirt versus my dirt. I can take the power rake and work that dirt downhill. I cannot take the power rake and work that dirt uphill. I don't want it up on the gravel, but at least make sure you leave a little bit of a ridge up there on top. It makes it way easier for me to finish. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. So do I need to dump higher up the hill and let it slide to the bottom?
Yeah, and then you may just pull forward and drag a little bit of that back right there. You're going to end up with a good little spot up there. It really kind of screws me up with that power rake. to look pretty good. Starting to look really good, actually. I always like coming back and putting my topsoil on the edges afterwards. If you put it on there first when you put the rock down, it seems like you always end up with a bunch of rock in it and a little bit of a mess. So I'm sure different people go about that different ways. Of course, the risk you do run is Matt gets a little wild with the skid steer and get some dirt on top of your rock. But usually if it's dry, you can rake it off pretty easy and it's not too big of an issue. And you'll still get some mixed together, but it's not the end of the world. This side here is looking pretty good. It's pretty much ready for the power rake. I'm gonna attempt to run the dozer down this side one time just to kind of get it somewhat roughed in, and then we'll switch over to the skid steer and the power rake. So see how this goes.
Well, let's see if he can lay over that edge without getting his roof into this tree. That's gonna be the interesting part, in my opinion. Oh, he's gonna clear. Cleared the next one too. That one was a little tighter. I think he likes all those limbs in his face. I see, I already told myself in my head now, I see what he's talking about. He was complaining I was getting the dirt too close to the edge, and it wasn't a complaint, it was the truth. Now I'm making him work a little harder. Faded in pretty good. How'd you like all those sticks smacking you in the face?
We'll get the rest of it with fire rake.
Okie dokie. See what it looks like before. Looks pretty darn good after. Obviously he's got to make one more pass down at the bottom edge, but man, that power rake is nice. Look at that. This lays a nice, fluffy, really nice and fluffy. Ready for seed and straw. He's got just this one little windrow down at the bottom. That'll come out slick Willie. Looks pretty darn good. You got a little bit of a windrow down on the other side of the ditch. Other than that, it came out nice for one pass.
That looks pretty good. I think I can do this a little bit better. I'm gonna make one more quick pass down through here, kind of running on the front rollers a little heavier. Trying to maybe get that windrow down there on the edge. Watch out, trees. That's gonna be it for that side. What's the old saying? Sometimes you gotta know when to quit while you're ahead. Let me polish up this side over here a little bit, and we'll put the grader attachment back on. Put that grader attachment back on. We can get nice straight lines down each side of the road again. We'll get this rolled in, and should be good to go. It's looking good. We'll take her nice and slow and easy right here. That side of the blade over there has got that end on it. I'm hoping. Just make us a nice straight gravel line here. That's gonna look absolutely awesome when we're done.
Got a nice crown surface to it. You guys can see the one high spot coming down through there. That's what Mike's getting ready to take out right now. Nice. Look at that. Nice crown. Center's just a slight bit higher all the way down through there. Smooth the rock out right to the edge. Didn't get into many twos at all. There's like 3 number 2s that pop to the top. That, folks, that is pretty darn good. Leaves to me, bro.
Sometimes you just got to get out the old foot rake, Matt.
Yep, foot rake's best rake. You know why it's best rake?
You always got it on you?
Nope. Because it means you're not doing much raking. But what you stated is still factual.
Next time, we got to bring something to trim some tree limbs. Oh yeah, she's looking good. You ready?
Yep.
Oh, we got the wind not in our favor. one side done. It looks awesome. We got 5 bales left. It's gonna be close. You ready? At least the wind's in our favor on this one. I think we're gonna make it with about a half a bale to spare. That's how far to go. What we got left? Half a bale. Not bad. That's a pretty good guess right there. Well, there it is after it's all said and done. It was a little bit of a fight there at the end to get the final push done. But by golly, guys, I think we got it. I wish I had my leaf blower here to blow out a little bit of straw off the gravel just to make it look nice. But Cleveland took off with my truck to move the skid steer. It's already on the way to the next job. So we're just going to have to let the wind do that. Matt's giving her the final roll here. Just kind of mashing everything in, making her look nice. It's really packing in nice for sure. And on the rollers, blowing a little bit of it off the road. Guys, I think that's going to be a wrap. This ended up being a pretty good sized job. It's kind of hard to tell how big it is because it's so spread out. It's almost 2 parts, this part and that part, but it's all said and done. We are loaded up. We are heading out to the next one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, give the video a big old thumbs up. If you want to see what's coming up next, consider subscribing. That way we can catch you on the next one. Later, guys.